Is there something I can do for you?
Good choice.
Goldie Garneau, the pleasure's all yours.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I'm your only man.
You can get much further with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone.
C'est ça, oui.
Good choice.
La Reina de Chicago.
Mabel Riley. Nice to meet you.
Frank Reagan, at your service.
Daniel McKee Jackson, at your service.
Good evening, Daniel.
Mayor Thompson, I'm surprised to see you at the Dunbar Club.
It's Bill to my friends.
So, what should I call you then? It's not clear right now, Mayor Thompson.
Come on, Daniel. Don't be like that. I wanted to come by in person to say I was sorry to hear about your father.
Thank you. He did his best, supporting his family and community as long as he could.
You think he would have given free funeral services to every other family in the Second Ward?
It's my parlor, my business. It's what he would have wanted. It's a family trade.
Doesn't sound like business at all. Not one that lasts long, anyway.
It's a loan. How would it be if we weren't able to bury our father when the time came? People need this.
Like they need your hooch and whores and illegal policy rackets? Of course, I don't know any of that.
It's as savory as your business, Mr. Mayor. I think I'm the more honest of the two of us.
I'm going to be honest with you now. Jackson the businessman is smarter than Jackson the humanitarian. I'd like to speak to him, please.
I'll check if he's in. What's your request?
I have some issues in my administration at the moment. There's an opportunist, Mr. Jerry Johnson, who doesn't share my vision for the city. He's threatening to go to the papers. I'd like you to stop him before he impacts my re-election campaign. Just scare him. Nothing too extreme.
How much can the city spare for this important work?
I thought you had the interests of the community at heart. Aren't I the community?
You are when it suits you, coming in here looking for my help.
I'll give you...
You do think I'm a charity?
Bet it on the wheel. You might get lucky.
will might be more generous than you when it comes to giving me what I want.
Is this about me endorsing you as committeeman for the 2nd Ward? Daniel the humanitarian, sure, but Daniel the businessman.
Be careful which one you decide to deal with, Mayor Thompson.
Give it time, Daniel. With the election, we need discretion.
Fine. I'll take care of your opportunist. Hand over the cash.
You help me, I help you. That's the deal. Call me when it's done. You can trust me, Daniel. Now, is there a back door out of here?
Sure. Let me show you out.
Welcome to Chicago. Let's have a look around.
Okay.
Chicago is a dangerous place, and in order to survive, you're gonna need to learn how to fight. Fortunately, I know right where you can find one.
As you wish.
This joint belongs to Ronnie O'Neill. He calls himself the boss of the Meat Packers gang. His thugs aren't going to know what hit them. In Empire of Sin, combat is turn-based. The queue of characters waiting to take their turn is above, and the turn order is decided by a character's initiative step. If enemies are allied with a boss, that boss is also shown under their portrait. The action bar is below. In combat, you can move or choose an action from the action bar. Some actions require a target. It's your turn, so fire a shot if you've got a target. Choose another action or move into cover.
We reap what we sow.
Each character has 2 action points, or AP. Generally, each action takes 1 AP. Extended moves, special weapons, and some abilities take 2 AP. Choose an action below to see how many AP it requires.
Moving in.
Using cover is vital to your survival. Cover is provided by the environment, walls, cars, big objects, etc. Cover can be full cover, represented by a full shield, or half cover, represented by a half shield. You can be flanked by the enemy and lose all of the cover benefits, so be careful. Got it? Good. Get rid of these guys and the place is yours.
Gotcha.
Kill him!
There could be no other end.
When you win a racket, you have several options. Let's take this place over and make it ours. And let's make this a speakeasy. Taking a place over costs less than buying it outright, and it's free to keep the racket type the same. Now this racket's yours, and that's how it's done. You want something? Take it. You're gonna need some guards to keep your speakeasy safe, so open up the racket screen. You got 4 different ways you can class up the joint, starting with security. The information panel to the right shows your security's current state and what you'll get in the next upgrade. Select Upgrade to go to the next level. You can rush the upgrade by selecting the Rush button. Go ahead and do that now. Since you got a stage, get yourself a band. Upgrading ambience improves your draw. Higher draw means more customers and more money. Select Upgrade to add a band. Go ahead and rush the band, too. I'm sure they're used to it. Select Rush. That's what I'm talking about. Looks great. Now, let's get out of here. You got other work to do. Moving.
As you command.
The gunfire attracted some of the local criminal talent, and they're looking for work. As your empire grows, you'll gain access to bigger and better hired guns, too.
Long as the money
Notice
comes
that your
in.
crew members have a take, their price for working with you. The take is based on a percentage of your total earnings. In general, the better they are, the higher the take. Gangsters range from professional hitmen to shockingly wayward criminals. They have opinions about the people they work with, and their personalities and traits develop over time. You'll find gangsters looking for work out in the world and in the Black Book. We'll take a look at that later. As you become more powerful, you'll gain access to more hardened, skilled gangsters. Now, hire your second crew member.
Gracias.
Now you got yourself a squad. Just in time, too. Your new speakeasy isn't gonna last long without alcohol. It's the resource that makes your world go round. Just so happens Ronnie O'Neill's got a brewery close by. Let's take it over. Zoom out to the world map to see where it is.
Let's roll.
The meat packers were expecting you. Hopefully, they've also expected their funerals. Let's take them out.
Okay.
Of course.
kill him. Okay. Shit, they got me. There could be no other end.
You're gonna need more than a few guns to take out Ronnie and his guards. Luckily, the Black Market's got everything you need. Open the Black Market by selecting the shop icon at the top of the screen. Now that you're in the shop window, it's time to get yourself some provisions. Check the stats and effects of any item in the shop in the right window pane. If you leave the shop when you have what you need. Now, take over Ronnie's brewery to let him know who's boss.
Got it.
You need to move into cover. Brewery's a rough guy, and this is a tough fight.
Ashes to ashes.
Shit, they got me.
All right, let's go.
They got me. There could be no other end.
Take this racket over too. Breweries are critical to your empire. Each brewery can supply alcohol to a small number of rackets. Select Takeover to make this one yours. It's free to set up a racket of the same type you took over. It'll cost you to re-outfit a racket as something else. Select Brewery.
You've been taking my rackets, Jackson, and I ain't too fucking happy about it. You should stick to working with stiffs. This is pointless. When you decide that you want to talk face to face, you know where to find me.
Step outside the brewery.
Okay.
Sit-downs with another boss is serious business. They usually take place in a boss's racket, but they can take place in safe houses too. Zoom out to the world map to find Ronnie's safe house.
I heard you were half a saint, Daniel. Racketeering doesn't suit you. You got the wrong type of hat.
I'm well-mannered, yes, but not always well-behaved.
Well, you better start behaving. If you don't learn to play by the rules, you'll be seeing angels fucking soon.
I see death every day, Ronnie. If you want to scare me, you'll have to try harder.
Is that right? You might want to watch what you say. I ain't afraid of getting the floors dirty.
I'd rather you didn't. They're gonna be my floors soon.
You surprised me, Jackson. You got edge. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Give me back my rackets, or you're gonna find out firsthand just how deep Lake Michigan goes. What's it gonna be?
If you hadn't been so careless, perhaps you would still have them. As it stands, they're mine now, and I intend to keep them.
I got a bullet here that says otherwise. You ready to disagree with it?
Very ready.
This is a boss battle, in the literal sense. To win at this game, you need to be the last one standing. One out, and his empire is all yours.
Okay. Got it.
God!
Move it. We reap what we sow.
They got me! Oh. Oh.
Okay. There could be no other end.
Congratulations! You got your first safe house. Defend it at all costs. Your safe house gives you both defensive and offensive benefits. Like everything else, your safe house needs security. It also has a small brewery in case the feds shut down everything else. You can upgrade as you need to, but to win at Sin, you're going to need more than that. Right now, you'll need to do the legwork, but eventually, you'll get an underboss to do your bidding, while you command things from here. One last thing. To keep tabs on your empire, open the Empire Overview screen. This is your empire at a glance. Everything you need is here, and it goes pretty deep. You can see things like who runs the neighborhood, what people are drinking versus what you're serving, what others in the neighborhood are up to. You can see opportunity, too. Optimize alcohol, get an underboss and an advisor, add some synergy bonuses, or even a hotel. Have a look around. When you're ready, select the Racket tab. The Racket tab shows every racket you know about, including those owned by others. You can see what level of upgrade they're at and compare your own. Now, select Customer. The Customer tab shows how well you do in filling your rackets with customers. You can increase customers by upgrading your word-of-mouth advertising, locating next to other rackets, or improving your ambience. Next, open the Finance screen. The Finance tab gives you an overview of everything you're making and spending. Last, select Alcohol. The Alcohol tab gives you an overview on what's being made and where. You can see your upgrades here as well, and how they can be improved. Looks like you just got a mission. Get a better look at what you need to do by opening the mission screen. Here, you can see a list of active missions, as well as each mission's requirements and descriptions. You can toggle completed missions by selecting the Closed tab. Your active mission will also appear on the main screen. Close the mission screen. You need to get moving. Get a crew, get rackets, fortify them, make allies and enemies, and take them out. That's how you own this. Go get them, Kingpin. I'll see you around. So, what now? Well, that's up to you, boss. You got the tools to take over this city. How you do it is up to you. Take a look at your mission journal to get started. You've got to take this city piece by piece. If you want a suggestion, you can start by taking control of this neighborhood first. Good luck, Kingpin.
All right.
The Empire overview is divided into neighborhoods. It allows you to see things like who's running the neighborhood, how safe it is, what synergies you have, and what people are drinking. You can keep an eye on how many customers you have versus how many customers are going to other bosses' rackets. Upgrading word of mouth and ambience will bring more customers to your table. Here in the Finance info screen is where you'll find the breakdown of your rackets all in one place. See how much they're making or how much they're costing you. Your crew of gangsters will all be listed in the Crew tab. And lastly, if you've got any standing orders or pacts with other bosses, you can see those in the Treaties tab. You want to know more about upgrading your alcohol? Old Sal's got a few tips he can teach you. First things first, you're gonna want to look at your rackets that are making alcohol and see what you can do about upgrading them. Select one of your rackets under Production. From here, you can upgrade the production and quality of your alcohol. If you've got the dough, you can upgrade those vectors now. If not, hey, it ain't like it's going anywhere, right? Upgrading production will give you more booze, and who doesn't want that? And as far as alcohol quality goes, people will pay more for better quality booze. It does make it easier for the coppers to sniff you out, though, so be careful. You'll notice a few columns here, but the one you want to look at now is alcohol type. Breweries won't go making a new alcohol type without your say-so, boss. So you can change that here. You can cycle through all of your available alcohol types until you find the one you want. The consumption column tells you what you're serving versus what your neighborhood wants you to serve. You see a red X? That means you ain't serving what your customers want. Keep selecting that alcohol icon until you see a green check mark. People will always pay more for quality, but the best way to get them to part with their cash is to give them what they expect. That's what that green check means. These next 2 tabs are for storage and treaties. Storage will tell you how much booze you're holding and where you're holding it. Treaties are standing orders that you set up with other bosses. You can set up a deal to give another boss booze for a price, or pay to get booze from them. This tab will stay locked until you set up one of these deals. And that's all there is to it, Kingpin. Hey, King, you want more pointers about how combat works in Empire of Sin?
As you wish.
Ten-4.
Of course.
Assholes.
assholes.
May the best man win.
Shit. They got me.
Right.
I'm on it.
Let's get rolling, baby. Okay. There could be no other end. Wonderful.
You've picked up a new tier of weapon. Head into the gangster sheet to learn how to equip it. Here you'll see our active character's loadout. This is all of the equipment that they currently have equipped. Select a weapon slot to open up your faction inventory. Here you can see all of the weapons that your faction has available, and which weapons your character can equip. Note, each profession is limited to certain weapon types. Select a new weapon from the faction inventory if you want to equip it to your active character. This is the diplomacy screen. As you meet other bosses, you can offer trades and alliances, demand a sit-down, or start a war. Work your contacts before you off them. You can see at a glance how you're performing against other factions, how they feel about you and why. Keep in mind that bosses have their own unique personalities that affect how they feel about other bosses. Police are here too. Keep them sweet, and they'll do you favors down the line. Head to the next tab. This is where you can go to set up sit-downs with other bosses. You can trade, set up a standing order of alcohol, set up a business arrangement, and set up pacts, among other things. Police have their own set of actions here, different from other bosses. You can bribe them, bail your crew out of jail, and even get the cops to protect you if your rating is high enough with them. Non-aggression pacts and protection pacts are a useful way to increase honor. They're a promise from you to another boss to back off each other or protect each other from outside threats. Breaking a pact will result in a... Here you can see your history with this boss, as well as what they've got on their agenda. Now, head to the... Here you can see how you're ranked against other factions by strength, cash, alcohol, and rackets. Your strength is a combination...
then. All right, let's go.
Of course.
Moving. Ashes to ashes. All right, let's go.
Vale.
Moving in. Okay. Right.
I'm on it.
There could be no other end.
Looks like you just got a new item. Head into the gangster's rep sheet to learn how to equip it. Each character has 2 utility slots and 1 equipment slot. Consumable items can be equipped to the utility slots. Equipment, like body armor, can be equipped to the equipment slot. Highlight an item to see what its effects are. You can see which items are available and which ones are being held by another crew member. Select an item now and add it to your utility slot. And that's how it's done. You can do the same thing with weapons, too. But keep in mind that some professions won't have access to certain weapons right off the bat.
You're asking for it.
Hey, Kingpin, you've got a new talent available. You want to learn about talent trees? Now, head into the talent tree to see what talents you've got available to you. You've got 5 tiers of available talents that you can learn. Talents take time to learn, so after you choose a talent, you'll have to wait a while until you can use it. Once you pick a talent from a tier, you can't learn any others from that tier again, so make sure you pick the one you want. Look through your available talents and pick one now. Gangsters have talents too, and their talents are specific to their professions. Check out one of your gangsters to see what kind of talents they've got available to them.
Hot damn!
Woohoo!
It's a pleasure.
If it ain't Mr. Jackson himself, how are things?
They're fine, Maggie. How's the circus?
Lively as ever. You should come by and see the show sometime. I might even let you put your head in the lion's mouth.
Let's get to the point, Maggie.
All right, Daniel, the businessman. I got a proposition for you that'll benefit both of us. Interested?
Let's hear it.
I got a little something that'll keep the cops off of your speakeasies. I'd be willing to help you out if...
And in return?
I want you to get the cash flowing in my casinos, like it does in yours. You help me with that and I'll help you with your speakeasies.
This is an insult. I'm not remotely interested in any partnership with you.
That's all you gotta say. What a fucking joke. Get the hell out of here, businessman. Go back to the underground, you fucking ghoul.
Until the next funeral, Miss Dyer. Understood.
Call it Doc!
Ten four.
Got him.
Entendido.
Kill him.
Moving.
Moving.
Moving in.
Right on.
Understood.
Moving in.
Ashes to ashes. There could be no other end. All right. Got it.
This is the Black Book. From here, you can see which gangsters are available for hire, their relationships, their profession, and how much notoriety you need to hire them. You'll notice that some gangsters are grayed out. That's because they won't work for just anybody. You've got to gain notoriety, knock over some rackets, and maybe take out a few thugs, and you'll be well on your way to increasing notoriety and getting bigger and better gangsters. Select a gangster to learn more about them. There are three key things you've got to know about every gangster. The first thing is loyalty. Loyalty is a measure of their time with you. The longer they're with you, the higher their loyalty goes. The higher their loyalty, the lower their cost. And the less likely they are to flip if the cops get to them. The second thing is morale. Morale is a measure of how satisfied they are. Morale goes up and down depending on how things are going. When an enemy gets clipped, morale is going to go up. The more satisfied a gangster is, the better they perform. The third thing is traits. Traits are reflective of a gangster's experience before they met you, but they evolve through gameplay too. There's plenty to learn on the gangster's rap sheet, so explore different areas to get more information. If you want to hire this gangster, select Hire.
Me vale madres.
How's it going? Whatever you say.
Don't fuck with me.
Got it. Okay. All right. As you command. We reap what we sow.
Oh, fuck! God, Doc! Assholes!
Got him.
Got him.
Assholes.
All right. As you command.
Kill him!
All right.
Moving in.
Understood.
Moving.
May the best man win.
Call it. Got him.
Moving. Huh. Moving in. Moving.
All right.
Assholes.
May the best man win. There could be no other end. We'll be very discreet. Moving. All right. Okay. Moving. That's unfortunate. Call a doc! There will be no other